This is Drop Tent Media Network.
Hey everybody, how you doing? This is comedian Neil Wood and
Adam Nutter.
We can't do it like that. You have to sound like a human being. That's insane. Because I'm realizing how little you're talking.
Adam Nutter.
I could just take, if you just want me to, honestly, you know what we need to do is you just need to get that clean.
Adam Nutter.
And then I'll just pop it in wherever I need to. But
Adam Nutter. Let's do that.
Come listen to the Cult of Us podcast. That's our promo.
Adam Nutter.
A Drop Tent Media Network podcast. Go to droptent.com or search Cult of Us podcast on your favorite podcast platform.
Hey, welcome to the Weekday Comics. I'm Dave Primiano.
And I'm Dan D'Aprile, and we're here to shoot the shit and talk the news.
All right, year 2.
Wow. Well, yeah, technically, is this our anniversary episode or
No,
is that next
but
week? No.
We took too many weeks off.
That's true.
It's weird. It's
Yeah.
episode 50, though, the big 50.
That's right.
It's
We're turning 50. The silver age, right?
Milestone. You wrote 51. It's 50. We skipped a week because I was a little sicky poo.
He was sick, and then I decided to just be lazy and not come into the studio, even though you were willing to Skype.
It would have sounded bad. I was
me
coughing.
being lazy. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Laughing at.
Yeah, and then we took off for Christmas. We got some pushback on that too. They said, like, "Who the fuck do you guys think you are, Jay Leno? We like taking off Christmas."
Did
people think that because we're an
people in
internet
your life
show?
care? Because no one in my life cared.
Yeah, people in my life.
Okay.
We took off for Kwanzaa. So.
Oh, that's what.
yeah,
There
yeah,
You're still taking off for Kwanzaa.
Well, it just ended yesterday on the first of the
okay.
month.
Oh,
That's
all right.
that's really when it ends.
Yeah,
every year.
yeah.
All right.
Maybe if you gave a shit
I-
about
I-
black
I had-
culture in non-election years, Dan, you would know that. We just moved into January, so now we're going to pretend. Wait till you see by spring how much he gives a shit about Kwanzaa.
Hey, Corn Pop didn't say anything about that. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I guess I should introduce these two voices you
They
hear.
certainly aren't going to let us talk. So yeah, let's.
I mean, you've seen them both before, but now they're together as a podcast and lovers.
Yeah. Yes.
What is this, the police lineup?
Yeah.
Sharing a life
yeah.
together. Our guests, Luke Kinkade and Otis Timlin.
And yeah,
Fantastic to be
the
here.
linguini-legged legend himself.
And unlike
yeah.
the comedian who's been abusing us in our DMs, the true bad boy of Philly comedy, Otis Timlin.
Oh God, yeah, it's great to be back, boys. We listen to frequent listeners of the show. I find most of your guests despicable. Truthfully.
Especially Chris Dolan.
Oh yeah, sure.
Terrific.
And also, Teenage Angst has paid off well, but now you're bored and old, right? It's your 27th
27
birthday.
years old.
Today,
yeah.
right?
Otis
Oh, happy
Timlin,
birthday, Otis.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really starting to reach. I'd say I should have left this earth 3 or 4 years ago, but I think we're holding strong, folks. We got to live through the Biden administration. My life has gotten so much better, you know. Just like everybody. I wake up in the morning and I say, please, Dave, I wish you could be. I started with the J there. Dave, if you could just work your magic like you're doing at those hospitals. And
All right, right out of the gun.
do that to our house.
This
And
is a
as a
live
P-
podcast. Luke normally fast forwards you through these parts.
Yeah, I do the reverse chipmunk.
Yeah.
And it's you hear this cute. He's saying some horrible stuff about Jews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
You guys smartly don't do your podcast live.
No.
This is a live podcast.
Well-
so I will do a disclaimer that Dave and I laugh nervously sometimes.
Yeah.
no, I'm all in.
If you are willing to indict us for our laughter, just know we may be nervous.
Well, your laugh
Mine
already
would-
sounds like a chipmunk. Yeah.
My
I'm
laugh
working
will
on.
be-
I'm trying to be Diet Stavros. Okay, that's my
there
goal.
you go.
right
There
now.
you go.
What gender is that? No, I respect them all, folks.
Thank you.
My laugh will be full and guttural, not
There we go.
nervous at
There
all.
we go.
I know you guys do impressions of us on your show.
Oh, yeah, we
Yeah.
do.
I think
so
you're.
We impersonate the comics constantly.
We don't
walking
do it
around
just
our
on the
house.
show. We do it
Yeah.
24/7 every day.
Yeah.
You do it 24/7. I recently met a comic, Casey Nicholson, very funny.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And we were
Yes.
talking. She came to my open mic. She was talking after the mic, and she was like, "You're really funny, and you don't sound a thing like Luke and Otis make you sound like when they're impersonating you." And I was like, "Oh wow, cool."
I thought mine was not as good, but yours I thought was spot on.
Well,
That's how I thought too. I thought that too. But
Otis just pinches his nose to do me.
It's like I'm going swimming.
Yeah, mine comes off from the nose.
yeah, very
You're like
nasal.
Tom Petty.
Yeah. later years.
Yeah.
You guys are low-key very great impressionists. You just only
low-key.
do impressions of other open mic
My
comedians.
F- level comics. That's
I
what we
said
do
I said
impressions
that
of.
at an open mic. I said I walk around in Philly too. I said I impersonate probably 94% of the people in this room just walking around my home, and they were horrified.
Yes.
Yeah.
Horrified.
But it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's how I
God.
made friends in the scene, was doing impressions of comics on stage at Soul Jewels.
When we first started like talking, like DMing each other, like on Insta,
Yeah.
you would send me audio files where you would just start with referencing nothing we were talking about previously.
Yeah.
Just doing a comedian.
Yeah.
Like no introduction, just doing
I
like
would
a
just-
joke of
yeah.
theirs.
Wait, so
and I
you-
always knew it was.
You do the Dan, you do the Dave.
I think
No,
he is.
we both do it. Here, wait.
All right, let's have
I
it.
don't know. I think that I do a better Dan. I don't think I do a good Dave. I think he does a better Dan than I do. I just don't. I don't know if I have a Dave.
Okay.
Let's
We-
see. Let's,
I wanted-
let's whip him out.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Start with the
Who's-
Dan
who's
since you
doing
both
who?
since
I'm
you both
Dan.
do the
I'll be Dan. You're Dave.
Okay.
You do a good Dave.
All
You do a
right. No, I
better Dave
don't.
than you
I
yourself.
had to pinch the beat. All right, this is Dave Primiano with the Weekday Comics. I'm Dave Primiano.
Hey, sorry, Dave. I wasn't paying attention. I'm planning out my open mic schedule. I have one coming up in February. I've got some new ones. They're fire. And then I'm going to go home and I'm going to make one of the best AI graphics you've ever seen in your life and then do nothing with it.
You son of a bitch, those are Photoshop.
Oh,
It's not AI.
did you know I learned that in LA? Yeah, I went there. I got my trans backs in the forehead. I got the third J&J. Now I look like Pluto from Popeye.
You should. I
the
did it.
mannerisms there. The voice a little off.
It's okay, but you got the broken laughter.
You're on your way, kid. But no, that's what's actually so funny about you is that you'll try the Dan D'Aprile even if you're not good at it. And it's an art form. When you're trying to get that, like that's just the essence of what we do. You know, that's why we do this.
You're right.
Not because we're lonely.
So your legs are fucked up, right?
This is nice. We actually can
Yeah,
continue
yeah.
our vacation. These guys can just
Yeah,
be
yeah,
on
it's
the
wonderful.
Yeah, get the
podcast.
black to do
Yeah.
your work. Okay, Dan.
We've
yeah.
been on
What a
3
woke
weeks.
guy.
That's why we just put a different podcast on. And
Yeah.
We said you guys can carry
And then
this.
coming
one.
on next week, guys.
Yeah.
I eat a lot of food, guys, and I have daughters, guys.
That's Jay Yoder.
Jay-
That's
Seriously,
Jay, friend
Dad.
of the
Yeah,
show.
yeah. Shout seriously, Dad.
All right, I want you to do you're Jay. This is Jay Yoder booking Anna Gallagher on Late Night Laughs. All right.
So 5 minutes. I'll give you 5 minutes after Steve Rinaldi does 15. All right, is that good?
Oh my God, you're gonna give me 5 minutes on the show? I can't wait to do the show. It's like
No, wait. Do racist Anna Gallagher. This was fantastic.
all right,
Clan.
nobody that
Anna
listens
Gallagher,
to us knows who the fuck.
No, this is great.
She's one of the most prominent comics in the scene.
great.
She's everywhere.
I'm
Very
not
funny
saying
woman.
anything
Very
negative
funny.
about her. I'm saying there's not a lot of crossover in between the people that are listening
Well,
now.
welcome to the Sick Ghouls. Welcome to the Sick Ghouls, folks. Now
Okay,
right on.
before to transition into I guess racist Anna Gallagher. Explain what you're doing with the Sick Ghouls? Like, why'd you start the Sick Ghouls?
We live together. We're
And we hate-
almost.
and we hate
Actually,
doing
I should've
mics.
said that part.
We live together.
Yeah,
We
I
hate
didn't mean
doing
that to
mics,
say.
and we both went to school for stuff like this.
Yeah.
And have nothing to show for it.
Nothing.
So we go, all right, we have a laptop and 2 mics. Let's just do something. For the, maybe sometime in the future, we could pay off rent with this instead of going to our shitty jobs.
I mean, people.
I like
are,
my
yeah,
job, buddy.
People are interested in the adventures of the homeless guy under your stairs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, we
yeah.
haven't seen him in a while.
My favorite part about that, you've got a couple of mixed bulls here, and he's getting arrested by one of the cops is black, and he's screaming outside, "Y'all are some racist motherfuckers!" And my joke I say to Luke is, if he were Chinese, we would have just said, "Go ahead, stay, fine, yeah, live under our stairwell."
Yeah.
He's yelling at the black cop the homeless guy's black, if you can believe that, and he's saying to the cop, "You're racist," to the black cop. It's like, you're right. If you were Guadalajaran, I would just have you in here.
Yeah.
I'd nest
I mean,
you.
if it was I've never seen a Chinese.
That's exactly what I was
homeless
saying.
person.
I thought about that.
I would
If he-
charge
and if he
people
was-
money to see that.
If he was Chinese, I wouldn't call the cops.
I think that's because you just keep thinking you're seeing the same guy over and over again.
I wouldn't call the cops. I call the CDC. Get the
I call Bruce Wayne and tell him his potion got out.
Live podcast. Woo! We're coming firing out.
He
of
was
the
also
cannon here.
screaming that all he goes, all I was doing was sleeping in the stairwell. So all you were doing was trespassing into a building and sleeping there. Okay. Glad we got that sorted out.
Luke said to me the one night, there are other buildings here. Why doesn't he just go somewhere else?
Yeah. Well, he would come in. He would always be on the stairwell nearest to our apartment. Like, you walk down the stairs, he's there. 2 more steps, that's our room.
What floor are you guys on?
We're on the first floor.
Oh,
we in the basement, bro.
Yeah,
we down low.
That's great. No jumping for either.
No. Just, but
I don't know if that's great.
Well, we only have 3 stories, so we would survive if we jumped.
We underneath peering out, bro.
With your,
I mean,
with
you
your
look
legs,
like you've tried it already.
I did. But that's because I made a racist tweet on Twitter and your people froze my bank account. That's why I had to kill myself. But
I didn't think his people were allowed on X anymore.
Yeah.
Well, they shouldn't be.
No,
They
actually
run.
way more racist to black people now.
is it really?
Holy shit! Yeah. Oh,
No. I've noticed
look
a
at
lot
it.
more liberal tweets since it's an election
No,
year.
look at the comments anytime.
No,
Black
Instagram-
people are like. There's a video of black people fighting on Twitter or something.
Oh,
They've got-
yeah, that's right. That's a good
yeah, a
point.
lot of we've gotten comfortable. We've gotten very comfortable.
What, the
saying
Jews with
things on
exploiting
there.
black on black violence? Yes, I think so. No, they don't care about it at all, nor should they.
Instagram's pretty bad too. Instagram will see so horrible. Like I get honestly if I'm on Instagram, I'll just see 15 videos of just mongrels, just not really mongrels
from Mongolia,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. From Mongolia. No, but I see people with cleft palates and clubbed feet, people of my own ilk. But people with Down syndrome and stuff like that. And
People voted
Wait, is that what we use mongrels for?
I was
thought
trying to-
mongrels like a kind of degenerate.
But yeah, I thought it was like a feral person.
You're confusing it with Mongolian, Tan.
But you would see that, and I'd see comments of making fun of people with Down syndrome. I would and it's how is this allowed in 2023? Insane.
Yeah.
Well, no, 2024 is going to be even better.
Here we go.
No.
Yeah.
No, with the pendulum swinging back towards everything being okay again. We're going back to the Malcolm in the Middle era where everybody's allowed to say whatever they want.
Yeah.
And then, he's viewed, Hal is viewed as more of a negative guy on Malcolm in the Middle. I said he's, if everyone knew what I was talking about, than he is when he's selling meth.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He gets dragged more for that role than for the.
Yeah, but that's because it's the seedy era, that's what we're gonna get back into. There's gonna be Vince McMahon pulling Sable's tits out on Monday Night Raw again or something.
Okay.
Hey, his dentist character raped Jerry after he hooked him up to the gas. How is that not the most controversial?
Yeah, and didn't he convert to Judaism for the jokes? Wasn't that also him?
Yeah.
What a
A
toxic...
stickle of fluoride. Yeah.
I know.
He's like every record executive.
I mean,
Doing
that
it for
show
the
might
jokes.
come back under the microscope now that Jerry's been pro-genocide in the news.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
Hey, I've got an idea for Gaza. Reduce it to nothing. Nothing,
Jerry?
Nothing.
Hello,
Came
Gaza.
over on handmade hand gliders.
Michael Richards, do you have anything to say about that?
Jerry, this was supposed to be a safe zone. Why are they bombing us anyway?
My friend Bob Sacamano got us concert tickets.
Jerry, they came over on hand gliders. Wait, cut off my. They're everywhere, Jerry. Everywhere.
Guess who was in my yoga class today? Netanyahu. Oh, what would Netanyahu want with you? What would he want with me?
Hello.
He would want everything with me. I mean, as if Elaine's not the Jewish Jew out there. She's like
Oh, she's great.
yeah. She's born into a billionaire family.
Yeah, she's the richest one out of Seinfeld.
Yeah,
which is
and but
crazy.
in the one episode where it's because you're not Jewish. Wink.
Would you
why the
use a
guy's like,
sponge on him? Why start now? All right.
I renounce my religion. That's what they said in Gaza. Is they are the Muslims were wrong. Oh,
Something our viewers might not know about you guys is that you routinely speak in Seinfeld. You will fall
oh
into
my God.
And
you
not
will
just the
fall
N-word.
into
We're black. We're black. We
Yes,
can say it,
that
Dan.
is true.
Together,
We can say it.
Daquan, look at that.
I don't know, it's a little murky when you're doing Jerry Seinfeld.
So hard. So hard.
Well, a bit I love doing that gets no reaction most places I go. Is I do the thing about I say my favorite scene in Seinfeld is when Michael Richards says the N-word at the Laugh Factory in 2005. But then I go,
I think it was 6.
was it 6? I'm sorry.
I don't know.
But
Choose
He
the timeline.
observes the day.
Yeah. But I was
We do like to Google things from the audience.
Exactly. But I was like,
Jamie, pull that up for us.
I said what the problem was is that it's not a Kramer thing to do. It's more of a George thing to do to say the N-word in the Laugh Factory. And I give a whole act out. It gets nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
You couldn't give less of a shit about that.
No, I do.
Luke, finish what you're saying so I can get back to my stuff.
Exactly. As I attempt to guide this conversation into a non-demonetized YouTube space.
Apologies.
No, you guys are great. Don't stop being you. But I think that Michael Richards thing, I think if you watch The Meltdown followed by the apology on the David Letterman show, it is like a Kaufman-esque thing of like corrupt beauty where know it's awful, but holy shit, especially when you get to that apology.
Yeah.
And
Jerry
he's
goes,
like,
don't laugh. It's not funny.
Yes, when at the time the funniest
bastard.
man in America has to yell at a crowd not to laugh.
Yeah.
Peak comedy right there for me.
That's better than anything in the B movie, I'll tell you. I want to see the N movie. Directed by Spike Lee, folks. We love Spike.
It's a joint. It's a joint when
This is a Michael Richards joint, and his hood's got a point, folks.
You guys have this effect on me too. You don't make me any more conservative, but you do make me slip regularly into a Trump impression. Whenever I listen to the Sick Ghouls, guaranteed for like a day or two, I'm doing Trump.
Yeah.
I'm doing
my
doing
Trump
the
is impersonating his Trump.
You do a great job.
I don't even do a Trump, but mine is, well, folks, look who we've got here. A guy with an apostrophe in his name.
They call him Dan D'Aprile, not D'Aprile, D'Aprile. And Dave Primiano, the Weekday Comics, folks.
I'm telling you, you have to, this election season, you have to do Black Trump.
I'll do
You
talk
have
about
to do
black
some
news.
Trump.
There's a reason everybody is working for the weekend, folks, because these two are a couple of peaches.
They're here to shoot the shit and talk the news. You got to get the facial structure down too, and the points. It's pretty.
You have what I admire in all Trump things is you do a lot of people can do loud Trump.
Yeah.
Like, Sick Ghouls, ladies and gentlemen. You do soft Trump really well. Yeah.
Do you have a Biden too?
Well, when I was driving to Secaucus an hour 45 there and back every day, I was having some sort of a mental breakdown, I think is what you call it.
I think we talked about that on your episode.
I was driving to a job and it was horrible. But I would have a mental breakdown driving. So I would just something to like, we're here there, driving down the turnpike, see billboard, me on it, come on, we got hair and legs. And I just do that for like an hour 45, just one way, just lose my mind.
Hairy legs?
Yeah, he said
that.
He said that.
He goes,
I got hair and legs that turn blonde in the sun. The kids would broke my leg. That's what he said. That's the president of the United States.
That might have been the corn pop speech. It
was the corn. Yeah, that's what he said.
Was that in the Epstein fucking papers or something?
No, but did you see the flight list?
Yes, I did.
I saw the fake one that said Charles Barkley was on there. I don't believe
it. Not for a second.
Did you see Aaron Rodgers said Jimmy Kimmel doesn't want this to come out? He was on Pat McAfee's show and he's like, there are a lot of people who don't want this to come out, including Jimmy Kimmel.
Wow.
All right, no, but I have a good Hunter Biden. You want to see this? This is a great Hunter Biden.
Oh boy.
All right.
Yeah, there we go.
Making fun of drug addiction, folks. We love it. We love it.
Okay, so I know Clinton and Trump
for the audio
were both
listeners. Sorry, for the audio listeners.
Yeah, I was
he
tapping
tapped
my
his arm
vein. I was
because he did
tapping
heroin.
as if I
He
were.
was doing heroin addiction.
Yeah, I was making fun
You
of
have
him.
to be successful.
Our
in
listeners
audio.
know that sound.
Decency's on the ballot. Okay, let's get it together.
Dave, go ahead, buddy.
What? Oh yeah. So wait, Clinton and Trump are the two names that I heard.
I didn't hear.
What, you think Clinton and Trump fuck kids? Way to go out on a limb. Dear God.
I saw that. It looked like the chick was strangling Clinton because I've never seen his face so red, and that like she was rubbing his shoulders. Why the fuck was his face so red?
The two of them are lizard pigs. They're scum, the scum of the earth. Every president we've ever had is a goddamn lizard, but those two are some of the most pathetic, disgusting lizards. Bill Clinton should be, he should just be ashamed of himself. The way he should be ashamed of himself.
Now, he's kind of really good at it, though.
What, sexual abuse?
Yeah, that's what, 10,000 hours of practice.
He's like those dogs in Arkansas, man.
At this point, he's proud of it.
My wife's a bitch.
And he's getting away with it. He'll be fine.
He's
like Trump. He's going to skid all the way to the end of his life before any
Bill
consequence.
Clinton with getting away with sexual assault is like Magic Johnson living with HIV. It's going to be forever and ever and ever.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't shock me if Magic was there. He's a little sus.
Magic. I don't think Magic was there. I don't think any.
Yeah, Magic. Too
I
many
don't know
girls there for Magic.
Well, yeah.
I know people that have argued that, like, oh, some people just took like domestic flights on the plane.
Right.
But isn't it like the right time to throw the baby out with the bathwater?
Yeah.
If you're on
Yeah.
pedophile plane,
Yeah,
like, I'm sorry if you.
I mean, you
happen
can
to
throw it
catch...
out with the bathwater. It's better than getting
pedophile.
raped by Bill Clinton.
Did you know
Yeah, that's what
a
happened.
friend of ours? You know, Steve George. He was on a cruise and they drove. Just drive a boat. I don't know.
sail? Yeah.
Sailed past Epstein's Island.
Really?
So he takes a selfie and there's the church pyramid shit behind it.
shit, really?
Insane.
Steve George.
But if there was one comic that
Probably
would probably
stopped
go to
over.
Epstein's Island, it would be Steve George.
Yo, dude, they actually had some good music playing.
Yeah, I went to
they-
Epstein's Island. Cool
They
place.
have people there to keep you up on all the latest trends.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
music and
yeah.
Stuff like that.
Young Billie Eilish probably there for a little
Great.
while.
He's on our list to be on the show. Thank you for that tidbit.
No
we
problem.
are 100% going to spend the whole hour
Yeah,
grilling
yeah.
him about what he knew and when he knew.
Yeah,
What if he names Chris Dolan? Number one. 14. Terrific.
Chris Dolan, former guest on the.
Oh,
on the
yeah,
show.
yeah, yeah.
Yo, dude, I thought those girls were like fucking 18, not fucking 14, dude. What the fuck?
That's Brandon Dunbar.
That's Dunbar, yeah.
Yeah, we talk as if we're talking about Brad Pitt and DiCaprio, friends of the show, other pillars of entertainment.
Who have also both been to that island.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
100%.
But Brad Pitt's just there,
DiCaprio-
just there to scout out adoptees.
Yeah.
And DiCaprio's a wop, so you make your peace with him when you meet him, right?
DiCaprio's just calling dibs for like 10 years later when
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
20. Yeah.
Can we make fun of it? Can we use Italian slurs?
Yeah, sure.
Go nuts.
I'll give you permission.
See, that's
yeah.
I
awesome.
can give you permission too.
Yeah, I would do it anyway.
Those
But,
fucking Tommy DeVito's.
oh yeah, Tommy DeVito. He's gonna be signing autographs at malls for 20 years in New Jersey.
My brother got an autographed Eagles jersey from Jeremiah Trotter at a ShopRite.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I
he
got
bought the jersey
some-
at ShopRite?
What's that?
He bought the jersey at
Probably,
ShopRite?
yeah.
All right. So
Well,
that's disintegrating its first wash.
I actually got brain matter from Junior Seau suicide. He shot himself in the chest, so it was actually his heart.
That's going to depreciate once Antonio Brown does his, though.
yeah.
Just because the fall is so much juicier.
I
flooding the
love
market.
Antonio. He was tweeting over the weekend about like Roethlisberger. He's like, "That's my cracker."
Yeah.
It's like that's awesome.
He has truly lost his mind again
Yeah.
in a beautiful way. Like watching people just go batshit
Yeah.
insane.
No, it's
is
great. I'm glad Black's amused you, dude.
How many times?
It's almost like they're people. It's almost as like they're people going through mental health struggles. I mean,
Chandler
God.
Jones has a worse, is
Oh,
horrible.
Chandler Jones wiping the Coke booger on his face.
Yeah, he's having a horrible.
see
trip
that?
to
It's a bad
PG.
year for Chandler's last year.
Yeah.
Folks, no one told us life was going to be this way. Okay.
Could I have any more Coke on my nose?
Your job's a joke. There's Coke. I'm wiping it on my face. That's a theme song to the show, folks.
The guy, he took a
Lakshmi
video of a
Narayana.
dog in a car, a dog in his own dog in his own car. He goes, "Man, they really put Larry Fitzgerald in my dog. How crazy is that?" It's like, okay, yes,
Oh,
yeah, okay.
That's so good. Something that made me laugh. Speaking of Chandler being in the ground, somebody got mad at me when I said, "You're going to tell me this wasn't a drug overdose?" Or I said he probably drank himself to death, and somebody said to me at an open mic, like, "Well, you shouldn't just say it." Then it comes out, "Oh, ketamine." All right, yeah, all right, yeah. So how could you allege him drinking himself? You said
Yeah.
something like, "You were like, oh, it's just ketamine." That's great.
Yeah.
Just ketamine.
Force tranquilizer.
Yeah.
It's nice when you're like,
He was-
oh, thank God it
yeah.
was just ketamine.
That's basically a guest spot on BoJack.
Easily the least payout if you had a friend's death pool, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. He was like
might-
minus
yeah.
minus 250.
You put in
Yeah.
$1, you get a penny back.
Only one
Yeah.
who could have done it would be Lisa Kudrow. Because wouldn't it be so Phoebe to die young?
No. Did you watch the reunion?
No.
Phoebe's the only one that looks like a healthy
I
human
agree.
being.
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
I agree.
Jennifer, yeah.
Monica
well,
Thomas
she just
doesn't
looks
look
like
a
sun
human
damage.
being
Yeah,
anymore.
both of them are Botoxed up
Yeah.
to
You
shit.
guys, I know this is live, so I can't do this, but you guys got to stop talking over each other.
Oh,
I love you,
It's okay.
but it's going to be unlistenable on
That's
the
all
audio
right.
side.
That
I
is
love you.
true.
I'm sorry to come down on the.
It's
so
okay. It's
hard.
what happens when two podcast duos go
It's-
head to head.
You guys are flying too close to the sun. You're
That's okay.
gorgeous. Keep it going.
That's okay.
We're like Icarus, or in Luke's case.
all right.
Oh man, he's a great man though.
Okay. Talking about celebrity deaths, do you guys have a odds-on favorite for first celebrity death of 2024?
I put a lot of thought into this. John O'Hurley.
John O'Hurley.
Yeah, or as I called him, Jay Peterman.
Oh yeah.
He hosted the Family Feud, John O'Hurley.
Yeah, did he look bad?
No, but this was like, you haven't heard anything from him in years. He should be doing QVC stuff.
Playing anything we feel like. He's the voice.
Oh.
Ben FM.
Oh yeah, he is.
On what?
It's a radio.
Local Philadelphia radio station, Ben FM.
Us
playing...
old people. Well, you don't even. I'm the
I
only
don't
one.
even
I
know.
still
I
listen to
Ben
the.
FM.
Dan's from LA. He knows K-Rock.
That's right. Hell yeah.
Rock is New York, I thought.
No, K-Rock's in LA.
Yeah, it's W in the East, K
Okay.
in the
Yeah.
West.
So who's your death? Who's
Three
your,
Ks
yeah.
in the South.
Who's your death of 2024?
Alex Jones.
He's a government plant now. They
I think
flipped
Alex
him.
Jones. I think Alex Jones has way too much coke and drinks too much, being that stocky and that high energy. He's gonna die of like a heart attack or something like that. But
I hope.
me and my people on the right are gonna say he was assassinated because it would probably
Oh, there's no way he's gonna die and it
and
just
like,
be
oh,
like
okay, yeah,
normal.
he's dead. That's so sad.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be like, oh, Bill Clinton and the Clintons got him, and
The Sandy Hook administrators finally got him.
All right, who do you got?
For first celebrity death of 2024, Lizzo. I think it would make a lot of waves, much like Lizzo jumping into a pool.
well, she's so healthy. I'm shocked.
She's
you picked her.
just like Bill Clinton.
She's under a lot of stress, right?
She's under a lot of stress. Yeah, she's
so is her waistband.
yeah. So are the dancers she molests. But nobody, you didn't see that story?
No, she did.
Yeah, fuck
she
yeah, I
did
saw
that.
that.
We told me we had
I know
many,
it's men, so it's funny, but still.
we had many a joke at her expense.
But you know what it is? She's obese and she's a woman. Two wrongs don't make a right.
All right, my death. I think I might have called this last year. Uma Thurman.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're done.
I love
Anyone that ever played a John Travolta love interest?
Okay.
First you lost Olivia Newton-John, then Kirstie Alley went down. Uma's next.
Okay.
Uma, Jerry, Uma. Oh yeah. Come on, don't be a square
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Pulp
yeah,
Fiction.
yeah.
She said that when they got to Epstein's Island and Travolta didn't want to go in. He said, "I've never been with a woman before."
I was gonna say, Travolta was just getting a massage on the plane.
Yeah. Now him. Do you see? How about this Santa commercial of him for like
Oh.
Capital One? He's walking around like telling everybody, "Here, I got AIDS. Here, take this. Take this."
I like that commercial.
I love it too.
Disco Santa.
I love Travolta. I think I love Urban Cowboy.
Oh, did you guys?
That's not Travolta.
Urban Cowboy?
No,
Oh, wait.
Drugstore Cowboy is.
No, isn't he Urban? He's Urban
No,
Cowboy.
you're thinking of John Voight.
No way. We got to look this up.
I thought Urban Cowboy was Dak Prescott. Is that not him? Look it up. He's the MVP.
I thought
this
Urban
season.
Cowboy was Little Nas X.
Oh, what am I? Fuck, what am I thinking of then?
No, Lamar's the MVP, but they'll never let him be it.
Boom.
Yeah,
Yes,
yes, they will. He won.
I know.
But they
Listen,
did.
I know my vaguely homosexual entertainers. Okay, look at me.
Well, speaking of
What's the
vaguely,
John Voight movie?
I don't know.
That's what he had, that LeBaron convertible that I bought.
Anaconda.
Everybody's Midnight Cowboy.
Mid-
My
oh, yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Okay.
Anaconda's what Travolta choked on.
Well, speaking of vaguely homosexual actor, did you guys see Kevin Spacey on Tucker's podcast?
Vaguely, he's a
did he?
rapist.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah,
No,
yeah.
he so far has beat every accusation.
You know why? Because everyone has accused
You just
him
like him
last-
because he hates Trump, Dan. If you
Does
like-
he? I didn't even know that.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's gay,
But
of course
you know
he
how every Christmas he used to post a video of him acting as his character in House
Frank-
of Cards?
Yes.
He got interviewed by Tucker Carlson as a guy from House of Cards.
Oh, I gotta see that.
Oh, it's
fantastic.
hilarious.
Might
It's
be the only
hilarious.
way I'll watch a Tucker Carlson interview is if he's doing that deranged House of Cards thing that he did when he was accused of rape.
Anything to get you to watch real news. We'll take it. We'll take it.
Did his movies not earn him enough goodwill to, like Michael Jackson, beat everything? Because he's
American
fucking-
Beauty's great. Usual Suspects, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
Seven.
swimming- Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Swimming. with
Hell,
sharks.
8. I kid.
And what was the 14-year-old doing passed out at a party? That's what I want to know.
Hey, Elton John said nothing happened at Elton John's party, and I believe Elton John.
Yeah, me too. He would. In the bishop, where my namesake Bishop Timlin from the Scranton Diocese, I found an old article. He tried to stop an Elton John concert that was on Good Friday in the area there in 2000. Elton John was coming to play on Good Friday, and he said this is an insult to like well-minded Christians everywhere having this here on the
Why? He dresses like a big Easter egg.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, I think there might be some in the Catholic Church who are actually a little homophobic. What? And it's like, they don't want a gay guy coming out on the day that their leader was nailed naked to a cross with two other guys, of course, and women come and wipe his face off. Oh, we can't have anything gay on that day.
That's on.
They're lucky Jesus was black, or I wouldn't like him.
Elton John wears shiny robes, wears funny hats, and plays the organ. Like he's basically in the Catholic Church already.
Yeah, he's basically Pope Francis, pretty much.
Yeah.
Except less gay.
Gayness is
And
breaking up
he shoves cardinals in his ass.
Oh boy! Please,
The
guys.
Eagles. That's what happened to the Eagles this week.
Yeah, you're talking about the Cardinals this week, please.
Yeah,
No,
I was happy. Luke and I despise the Eagles. Luke said to me recently, "I've bonded with my my father and brother so much since we all started hating the Eagles together."
Yeah. Well, because my brother and father, like, we never grew up as an Eagles family. My dad was a Brett Favre guy,
Okay.
so we just
Me
never.
too.
And now he's even more of a Brett.
Yeah. But like we never watched the Eagles, so it's like it was cool. Yeah, that's something we have.
Your adoptive white father obviously involved in some welfare scams.
Yeah, a little
himself.
bit. Yeah. He got Section 8, 9, and 10.
But you got me.
I did.
You are much like maybe like your dad. You were a Carson Wentz fan, and
No,
you
my
followed
dad's
him
been a
around.
Carson Wentz fan.
Well, you
He's on your
followed him-
hometown Rams now, Dan.
I know.
Yeah.
You followed him around. You were You were an Eagles fan, then a Commanders fan, or well, mostly because of him, right?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, because the first season I watched football, he had his MVP season.
Okay.
So, and I never grew up around the Eagles culture, so I just kind of just like the players.
Yeah.
So
The
yeah,
Eagles culture. Let me redirect you to my heroin act.
so I just followed one player.
That's
so.
cool. Are you now a Rams fan?
I'm gonna
or-
root for them, but I
Yeah.
mean, I don't really have a
You
team.
rooting for injuries,
For Matt Stafford? Yes.
so Carson has to
Yeah.
He's
plug and
frail.
play.
Yes.
He's frail, Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
He's aged in dog years.
Well, he's
dude.
having a good season though.
And his
He is.
wife's hot. God bless her. And you know she says it. You know what I mean?
God bless you.
Yeah.
Go
yeah.
Rams? Yeah,
go
I say it
Rams.
too.
Go
I say
Rams.
it too.
Go Rams, folks. GR. That's great. We love 'em.
And she pushes people off balconies or whatever she did during that parade.
Right.
No,
Yes.
that was the whitest kid you know guy. Oh no. You don't know about that? The whitest kid you know guy?
Trevor,
What about him? Trevor, he fell off a balcony.
And
He
died,
died,
yeah.
yeah.
I
Years
know
ago.
he died, but he
He
fell,
fell off
a
his own
balcony,
balcony,
yeah.
yeah. That's how he
didn't know that.
died.
my friend said
What
he
a
got.
goof.
That's why you got first floor, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want
My friend said he thought somebody killed him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Suspects foul
Just
play.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You know, everyone wants to kill
I
the
thought it
white
was
guy
Ross.
in the sketch comedy group.
Well,
you
yeah.
know?
What did he
Yeah.
do? A sketch against Putin? That's
don't-
usually how you
Yeah, I
follow
have
Well,
no idea.
Dave, your people are the experts on this in terms of. Actually, Dan, your people, the Clintons, are they're more.
I like how you refer to his nationality and my nationality as.
All right. Well, it's not a nationality; it's a bogus religion. That's what it is.
Okay.
But no, I really think the audacity to go into a second week with your holiday just because some oil burned. Like, what the hell? You're going into a second week?
I thought the blacks would love Hanukkah.
Why, because we name our daughters it?
I gotta work 8 times harder just to get noticed 1/10 of the time as Christmas.
Hanukkah, Monica, who cares?
Yo, I saw Hanukkah dancing down at Club Risque, bro. she be looking good on some shit. I'll be telling you.
This is a wonderful conversation. I will not be joining in.
How many days is Kwanzaa?
28.
7.
I don't know.
7.
What symbol? What does the 7 symbolize?
Umoja.
Emoji's the first day, unity. It's all so the candles. There are three green candles. That's represents the earth. Okay.
Moja, that's the Japanese ice cream, right?
No, Dan. Yeah, mock my culture. You know what it is. You know
With
what it is.
pleasure.
You know what it is, especially with Dave. It's a non-religious holiday, so you guys can't accept that we aren't slaves to. Abraham going to murder his son out in the goddamn rock. God forbid. You know what I mean? Black people get shit for being bad fathers, which they are in many cases. But Abraham goes out.
Case in point.
Yeah.
Thank God neither of
Lukey
you
and
are
I had a plethora of strong male role models growing up.
Brett Favre.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's done more for me than just about any. I love Brett. I'd probably fight somebody for Brett. I really would. Especially if they were
Black, yeah.
but no, there's 7 principles, 7 days. Right, the black candle symbolizes the people. The red one symbolizes the blood spilled by you, and
Fair.
non-religious
I'll
holiday, and it's all about self reflection and connecting to the culture and doing things. It's not a money spending holiday, except for Cooperative Economics Day, where they do in fact ask for money. But it's great. We celebrated at Bar 13, great bar 13. Reference often on this show. We have the Otis Timlin pre-Kwanzaa spectacular.
Always a great time.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
great this year. We're gonna do it again. Then I host there again at Easter for the Arab Easter celebration to celebrate my heritages.
Okay.
And God bless that place for letting me, let my freak flag fly by having my races on display.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that I like about you guys in general and your podcast, and also Bar 13, not by association, they're doing Fenris, friend of the show, doing his own thing down there, is you guys are very much representing the thought process that I support, which is even if you're swinging and missing, you should be able to say whatever like you do often. You should be able to say whatever the fuck you want and have a good time.
Dan, that was the most backhanded compliment
Yeah.
I've ever gotten.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dan.
We were told by somebody recently. Somebody told him, a comic in the scene said, you and Luke, you guys have punchable faces, but when you get to know you, you're really cool. It's like,
Oh yeah, fucking Chance said that.
Really? I thought you had
Oh, wow.
way more punchable personalities than faces.
Peppermint
do it
Patty
on-
said that we have
If-
punchable faces.
If you do it on faces alone, that's a hate crime.
Yeah.
You got to get to
yeah,
know
pretty
it.
much. Yeah, it's like, all right, well then punch me in the face.
I mean, he's as arrogant as they come, though, right? So
Well, I mean, that's what I
he's
like
a
about him.
Commanders fan. We're gonna give him a pass.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say he'll still say Redskins when we're talking about it.
yeah,
so it's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
He's a nice guy. Good, nice guy. Yeah, good
Yeah.
lesbian.
But you guys
Tag him
are.
and bag him.
If our viewers couldn't see, at least if you watch the episodes where you guys were on individually, not together, you guys are very much, you're like this way on stage too. You just go for it. You just go for what you think is funny. And you say, fuck if somebody's upset, fuck if nobody's laughing, right, Luke? And
You pointed at Otis and you said Luke.
Yeah,
Well,
thank you for picking
when
that
you've
up.
been held down for 500 years by people of your ilk, Dan, you don't. What do we have to lose economically? What tax bracket are we in? Okay, my God, I couldn't even get to Epstein Island. I'd be too poor. Bill Clinton would worry that I had a dirty mouth. He'd think I had bacteria growing on me, urban bacteria. Which is what I call many of the rappers in the local Philly rap scene.
you don't think you'd be a hit on Hillary's side of the island?
Oh, I do, especially
Giz
hippie
Lane?
Hillary. Hippie Hillary from the 70s.
Young Hillary is a fox.
I would,
Hillary
yes.
could
She
get
was
it.
very attractive.
I mean, and racist. But I'd give her a good crack, but in good fun.
Is there like a female? Is there like like couple show up like the Clintons, and then at the entrance they split off? Like, all right, you enjoy your side, I'll enjoy my side.
It's a perfect marriage,
Yeah.
minus the genocides and
Yeah.
everything. They would kill all the Arabs if they could. The Clintons, so would the Bushes.
well, yeah, they're all elites, right? I
Well, they're
think-
lizards. They would kill any humans. But look, I think we got Dan nervous. I
no,
like it.
not nervous.
We.
Just, yeah, trying to turn the ship. Don't take the bait on that one.
No, do it. I
captain now.
almost did it. And
we
thought,
left a couple blacks on the island back there. Let's turn around and pick them up.
Don't take the bait on that one. You guys are well, you're talking about politics a lot, which is cool because you guys are actually maybe the only two black conservatives that I know.
Oh, I wouldn't classify
he's
myself.
not-
You're not really a
He's not
conservative. You're like, yeah, you're a
I'm
conservative.
conservative. He's
You're
not.
like a nihilist.
I love abortion. I want abortion. I do. I think it's great. I think abortion is fantastic. If I ever impregnated someone, we'd be at that goddamn Planned Parenthood the next day. Okay?
I don't like
because
abortion
I only do
unless
empowered
he
women.
gets somebody pregnant, then I go.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I'm very.
Well,
I'm like
you know what it
double-
is? I work with kids, so I get that all out during the day. I don't need to raise my own.
Okay,
yeah, I'm not even pro-choice, so I'm get the abortion.
Get it? Please. Please.
mandatory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're over 8
Yeah.
billion now. Fucking
Yo, we on a China ship, bro. Don't even have the fucking thing. Oh, no. We love kids, though.
Yeah, I think that I believe in like parent permits. Like people should have to like apply to have a kid, and then of course there's well then who's approving the permissions? Me. I'm the one that's doing
Yeah.
it. I'm determining who can have.
Well, yeah, you
children.
voted for Biden. You're a fascist.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
I kid. I wouldn't care. I'm not voting for any of them. I don't care.
This actually takes me the long route to the point I was attempting to make, which is what I love about you guys is something that people are losing everywhere, and anyone that cares about politics is the ability to like be friends with people that believe other things than you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, you and me, we go down the line all the time and bust each other's balls about the fact that we don't agree on almost anything politically, but we're friends.
And recently, we actually agreed on something, which is shocking because you sent me something about like when Joe Rogan said something about Joe Biden said something, but it was actually Trump that said it.
Yes, yeah.
You sent me, I'm like, oh fuck, we're gonna get into another fucking debate in the in DMs, but we agreed.
But you also would do the same thing to me. I feel like when you have like really liberal, like you're ashamed because you like agree with the libs. I'm the same way. If I'm ashamed a little that I agree with something the conservatives say, I immediately go to you to be like, hey, I got to give you this point.
I do
like you're right.
All right. So if you two didn't lose your minds like a lot of the world did over Biden and Trump, describe the president that would make you lose your mind and stop being friends with any liberals.
Oh, that's a great question. I wish you would give me some
Big
time.
Mike Obama.
God.
First of all,
Pete Buttigieg for me.
Why?
oh,
Why?
I was gonna let you fucking Mr. Potato Head this shit.
Oh,
and
okay.
put your
Genderless potato head, please.
that's yeah.
All right. Let's keep it.
It's a president. It's a man.
Right. Thank God. Right. That'd be now that I would be disgusted if a woman. So I guess not Mike. Maybe if AOC is going to be the first woman president, but it'll be like 2060.
I don't think she will. I think I think the first.
She's hot, man.
Maybe she might. But I think the first minority woman to be president is going to be Medina Ford.
Oh,
I love Medina.
I think she.
Dan, you'd be great friends with her until the election.
I really think that Medina would be president.
Medina's awesome. She was yelling at Kamala.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Medina, for the listeners that don't know, she is a very funny comedian who is also a Delaware state representative.
Yep.
So
Played by Tyler Perry.
Very smart, very intelligent.
Medina goes to
funny
Congress, starring Tyler Perry. No, Medina's awesome. Medina's a real it sounds corny to say, but she's like a freedom fighter, like an actual one. She wants the best for people.
Well, if I had the friends,
I'm sure the lizards will get to her eventually. But
Why is Buttigieg the worst? Just because of the gay thing.
Hey, Joe G was on this show, wasn't he?
he's gay. I didn't know he was gay. I didn't know Buttigieg was gay.
With that last name?
I'm trying to. No. Now you said that Frankenstein.
Yeah. And no one named Pete anymore is straight. Griffin was the last straight Peter. Everyone else after that is gay.
Yeah, I would agree. Maybe I don't know.
So apologies if you have
Biden,
Peters in
to
your
me,
life.
Biden, like, I knew like we would get into this like shit with like inflation and gas price and all that stuff once he became president. But honestly, like him personally, I mean, Kermit saw this coming, but him personally, like it just him doing speeches. He's funny.
Like, it's hysterical.
He's really
And
funny.
I'd vote for his son tomorrow. I love Hunter.
Hunter's great. For Christmas, I got him a Hunter Biden's biography.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful Things, is it called?
Did you crack that open and smoke it?
The nice thing about that, there's
Did
like
you read in between
particulate
lines or
the
read?
spine.
Fuck it.
He snorted between the lines.
I used it to beat a prostitute to death, though, and then I made $30 a second from Ukraine from my tax money. I love that when I go to give $1 to a homeless bum on the street, like a veteran that was recruited in high school by our military. One of Biden's goons comes and takes it and sends it to Zelensky, who sends 30 cents to Hunter, and he uses the 3 dimes to chop up a line. That's what happens to all my money.
That's the American dream.
I am glad we have you on the podcast now, Otis.
That's a sick family. That family, if you lived in their neighborhood, your mother would say, "Don't go near them," okay? Because they're just a sick. Hunter Biden fucking his brother's wife a few months after the guy dies. What kind of fucking person is this? He's someone I want to vote for. He's someone I want to hang out with, but I don't like his father.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
So then your dad's car got stolen or something?
Yeah.
What happened?
Democrat run city, Democrat run
No,
state.
this was out in the country. This was in a rural area. Yes. Okay. So I've had the fucking worst start to the new year ever. Today I went. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
There are
It's
people
not really
in Gaza
that
who
bad.
disagree.
Ultimately, it's predicated on some okay thing. Like, and I mean, I inherited a car in that my father's 2007 Toyota Corolla I own it. I have it
Mexican
parked.
family across the street says a house.
He
That's right.
he has a house that is basically like a condemned building, and I leave the car in his driveway to give the impression that someone lives there, so that the house doesn't get robbed. There, I don't want to get like tagged up and stuff like that. So I leave the car in the driveway. I move it every couple of months. I try to. I went there today. I went there today to check it out. Found out that someone stole the car using a tow truck. So someone backed a tow truck into my driveway, hooked the car up, and stole the car that way.
That's awesome.
I had no fucking idea. And of course, as soon as I tell you that story, you go, what race do you think owned the tow truck? To give you an idea where
They
Luke
both said
heads at.
Mexican.
Matt, sounds
I
like a
said
high school-
I won't throw it. I said
you said
Mexican.
Mexican.
I said they didn't say. They
That's a
said
high-
probably a Republican.
Dan said, I saw Cletus. I saw he was out there. I saw his Bass Pro Shops hat. Fell on the
It was the guys that
Said-
beat up Jussie Smollett is the one that stole
Yes.
Dan's dad's
Black
car.
icon.
Yes. So my year is starting off great. I've had my car stolen by someone with
By a what, Dan?
by a tow truck, I was
Oh,
going to
all
say.
right, all right. No, I've never heard that one before. And I used to think I was well versed. But,
You got to come out to where my dad's house are. They're really cutting edge.
and you
with
said
this
your
litter.
dad was a Grand Cyclops.
No, sir. No, sir. He just
Nah, bro, he had both eyes open. That's why he knew what was what. But no.
you would have liked my dad in
I believe-
private, like on the
Yeah.
ride home from places. You would have really
Oh
liked
yeah,
my dad.
yeah. I bet he could
Yeah.
flip a few in. Drop some. Woo, woo. And I'm talking about slurs, folks.
My dad was a great guy in public, but yeah, you would have agreed with him on a few things.
Good, good. I'm glad. I've been disgusted with myself for a minute because I interrupted your story to say, yeah, you got to start the car, like as if that had any bearing on anything.
It is good advice, though.
Yeah, it is.
It's good for the
I'm-
engine.
I'm
yeah.
your father now.
Yeah, you have to keep the thing moving.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've had a car stolen, so
Wow, that's great.
I
I've
know a
only
little
had-
bit of yours.
when I was growing up in
My
my
cousin
prime.
actually stole your car. I was covering
Cool.
for him.
Luke Kinkade stole the car.
Disquarius?
The Squarius, yeah.
I think that was one of the Key and Peele names. Disquarius. Hey, people stole my radios and stereo stuff out of cars several times when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Primarily Hispanic neighborhood.
Okay. Where did you grow up?
The 570, the Wilkes-Barre.
Okay.
We've talked about this a
We
bunch.
have,
Yeah.
we have, yeah.
Yoder's from up that way.
Yes, he is.
Scranton. He and I.
Yes,
that's
he
one
is.
of the first things we talked about. I love Jay. Yeah, I'm from Scranton, guys. He says that on stage. I love, like, as if people know it. Oh, he's from Scranton. You know what that means?
The office.
That's basically
love
what
it.
anybody
Yeah.
thinks.
But I mean, if you went there once, you'd know what he meant. So it's growing up there. It's like I remember once I took a girl there, and the first time we got out at a Turkey Hill. Have you heard of this place, folks? A Turkey Hill.
Never been in it, but yeah.
There's a syringe on the ground. She stepped over it, and when she was wearing flip flops, and she stepped over this syringe. That was because it's a heroin town.
Yeah.
Joe Biden grew up in Scranton.
That's true.
So you could see why it's a heroin town.
It is funny that Joe Biden, Jay Yoder, and you grew up in Scranton, which are three people that somehow are completely apart from one another in who you are and what you've done.
Yeah, but I'm the only one of the three that doesn't exploit children for money.
In your face, Jay Yoder.
I love-
Seriously, Dad's podcast.
I love Jay. No, but the kids in these classes, they are not props for stand up at this point. I'm telling you that they cherish us, teaching them Latin, folks, Spanish.
Jay, listen, yo and
I love
yo and
Jay. I
Canto
love Jay
Mucho
to death.
Jay Yoder. I mean, I love Jay Yoder very much.
I mean, you're trying to get booked
Joe-
on Late Night Laughs.
Oh yeah, yes.
Jay
yes,
and I,
yes.
we've done those a few times. They're awesome. A great time. Jay and I
Hey,
text
Luke
each other.
Luke will bury the hatchet with anybody to get a book. I know.
All right, yeah. We already
Oh,
mentioned
wait, I
so
guess
many inside baseball terms.
No, that's all we'll say on that one.
I guess that's a. Is that a post-pod discuss? Is that Patreon? Is
Yeah.
that a Patreon
That's
discussion?
Luke, that's going to
where
be a
we name
whale
drop.
of a show.
Speaking of Patreon,
That's one of the biggest shows in Philadelphia.
the gayest.
Yeah.
Speaking of Patreon, you guys have the Sick Ghouls have a Patreon,
Oh
don't
yes,
they?
yes we do, folks.
Patreon.com/Sick Ghouls Podcast.
Oh, cool. That wasn't an invite for you guys to plug your.
But I would have
Patreon.
taken anyway.
Hey, yeah,
We're going to be
let
doing
them-
some Seinfeld watch-alongs on there and posting them, so they're going to be
Yep.
pretty fun. We love the Feld with our
like
guests.
Mystery Science Theater, but with Seinfeld.
Yeah. Mystery Sign Theater.
There you go.
Yeah, otherwise known as Auschwitz. No, they couldn't see out of the thing.
I understand.
It's like, I
understand.
understand.
Oh my God, what's this steam? The steam, Jerry, I can't breathe. I'm joking. George, my sinuses. I can't breathe. I thought it was a Chinese woman. I was duped.
The Costanzas were Italian. They were
They were
not. They were
Jews.
Jews.
they're Italians.
Estelle Costanza
They
wasn't
were Italian Jews.
Costanza.
I thought,
Italian
right?
Jews. They
Yeah,
don't.
you should-
Yeah,
you
Dan.
should know.
or
There's
Dave.
no way they would let more than one of those abominations on this earth, and I took that role. Thank you very much.
Hey, listen, what do you think's worse, an Italian Jew or a black Italian? Italian
Which is
Jew.
what you are, yeah.
Italian Jew's worse.
Yeah, it's either black Jew or black.
Well, I think the Italians and the Jews, we've talked about this
I
before.
mean, yeah.
They have a long cultural, like cross, like communication.
They don't know how to act.
We'd be better at the organized. You'd be better at the crime.
Nah.
Yeah, they think they can organize because they
We
can
do
separate.
blue collar crime, you do white collar.
There
right,
you
right,
go.
right, right.
You do crime. They call it gravy. You separate linguine from vermicelli. Is that how you say it?
Oh my
Vermicelli, vermicelli. I don't even know. Because
Dave and
you
I
people
can't say those
discuss it.
words.
Yeah. No, that's actually my favorite Native American tribe.
Vermicelli.
Yeah.
Hey guys, you ready to do the news?
Oh
Yeah.
boy, yes.
yeah.
We already shot the shit. So what else are we gonna do?
I think you're goddamn right. We did.
Yeah, we got to change the intro. I know.
No, I like it.
All right, here we go. Going in.
No, it's
Okay, hey everybody, it's time for the news. Like, as Luke said, we shot the shit. Now it's time to do the
I'm
news. Uh,
You did it again.
I know,
man.
no, I'm doing it on purpose.
He's
It's
racist,
a running
folks.
bit.
Racist.
It's a running bit.
You could be getting
yeah.
senile.
Yeah, that's true. No, I'm just not dialed in yet. Another couple weeks, and I might be ready to do this podcast. Okay, so this is the news. As our regular listeners know, Dave and I have written 15 jokes about the news, actually of the past 3 weeks, because we took a lot of time off. Dave and I have not conferred about our jokes. We don't know what each other has written. However, if we write a news story about this, or a joke about the same news story, we'll have a joke off. And if Dave and I are officially joking each other off, our judges will be the Sick Ghouls, ladies and gentlemen, and they'll
That's how
judge.
you know it's a Philly comedy podcast. Jerking off. There you
Yeah.
go.
There you go, jerking each other
on
off.
the apps. Anyone on the apps?
And yeah, so if we have a joke off, you two will be the judges, and I'm sure the deliberation will be non-problematic.
Go ahead. Yes.
Philly joke. Well, it would be a John off. Right?
Oh yeah, it would be a
yeah.
John off. You're right. But as is tradition, Dave, would you like to start?
Certainly. All right. Russia has lost 87% of troops it had prior to the start of Ukraine war, according to U.S. intelligence assessment. But Putin will keep them fighting. It will go down as the first time a Russian has ever said the words, 13% is strong enough.
That's fine.
'Cause they're drunks.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
St. Louis police crash into LGBTQ bar, arrest the owner. And if you thought the cop was destructive to the gay bar, just wait until the sailor, the biker, the cowboy, and the Indian get done with the place.
Nice.
Thank you.
Ohio woman charged after miscarrying non-viable fetus. In defense of the Ohio courts, though, if it weren't for non-viable fetuses, how else would they populate Cleveland?
Fun fact, a non-viable fetus was the original working title for Sick Ghouls.
It was, yeah,
Podcast.
it was.
Oh my gosh. It was. How do you know that? That's something else.
We got our name from a Kobe death article, so that's literally true.
We're sick ghouls, and we should be put in a cell.
Oh, that's why you guys used to be faulty rotor. Okay. All right.
Calabasas crash.
Stone pilot,
Only teeth. Okay.
burned mamba.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh god.
Oh,
Okay.
his daughter died in that crash. Come on.
All right. Joke number 2.
When it's somebody's daughter, it's pretty sick. You know, I say that I can't.
Ghoulish even.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
God, thank God he respected women.
Here we go. Lauren Boebert. Lauren Boebert plans to switch congressional districts in 2024 election. This is the only time Boebert has ever changed her seat without the manager of a theater asking her to leave. She jerked a man off
She's
at
hot.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, how many times did you watch that video clip?
What, the gays in Congress?
No, Lauren
Oh.
jerking a dude in a theater.
I never watched it.
Oh, dude,
No.
prime fucking
She's
viewing.
really attractive.
If
Lauren
it was
Boebert.
10 seconds longer, it would get me
Yeah.
there. That's but
Really?
it's still
You
fucking
wonder why
quality.
You're that
women
big
like
of a
that
Beetlejuice
can't do
fan, huh?
comedy in Philadelphia.
You're that big of a Beetlejuice fan. You
Gotta
jerked-
watch it on a loop if you
I
want to get
don't
where
like
you're
Beetlejuice
going.
because he's kind of wearing
Oh.
blackface.
They
I
don't
don't go
even
for that
show.
stuff.
What? First of all, whiteface. Yeah.
But he's got the eyes, you know? He's got those black eyes. You'd recognize him
Speaking-
under a ski mask.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Speaking of eyes, virtual reality gives a boost to the lazy eye. Good on them for going above and beyond when it would be most likely easier to just program the AI characters to say which one of us is he looking at.
That's so good.
We gotta laugh for the clip, okay? This is the one place where my fake laughter actually aids the situation. All right. Biden administration again bypasses Congress for weapons sale to Israel because nothing raises Jewish morale more than cutting out the middleman and passing the savings on to you.
Oy.
Here's one of my ran out of time before I could write a better joke one. One Life to Live star dead at 56, meaning that at least one person on that show was willing to put their money where their mouth is.
Matt Gatz was pranked with an underage sex award by a YouTube prankster, which is a disgrace, as Leonardo DiCaprio gets snubbed yet again for another award season.
Minneapolis cop outed for having OnlyFans account. And she can no longer be seen as an authority figure now that everyone's seen her Don't You Owe face.
Listen, you said Minneapolis cop.
I've always been a fan of their police department.
Wait, is that where that chick got gangbanged too?
No, that was when George Floyd.
Oh.
From choking on knees to choking on cock.
Where does the overdosing on
There you go,
fentanyl come in?
The Jesus Christ count was way imbalanced, so you got
There we
one.
go. There you go.
George Floyd is my Jesus Christ.
Oh boy.
He's been deified in Norristown.
Oh boy. All right. John Fetterman tells James Carville to shut the fuck up over Biden election concerns. And this is like a fantasy for Republicans. Specifically a fantasy novel where an ogre fights a troll.
He is ogreish, Fetterman.
Yeah, and
Looks
if you've
like-
seen
I like
Jared
him.
Carville, James
I haven't seen
Carville,
him, yeah.
he's like a little goblin man.
I can't wait to see Fetterman's sex tape in the Senate. That'd be great.
man.
Just him having sex with a shoe.
It's titled Fee Fi Fo Fum.
Nah, he's got wrong angles written all over him. With his
He's built
fucking-
like me.
Also,
Yeah.
just for context, they in Norristown they painted this giant mural of George Floyd. But it's like, has he ever been to Norristown? Why is Norristown, Pennsylvania, painting this big mural? It's like, there are people overdosing there. Don't we have a better thing for our tax dollars? Send them to Ukraine. I'm sorry. Go
Thank
on.
you for the
Well, I didn't want people to think I was just like mocking George. It's just I don't know why they did that in
We love
Norristown.
George.
We love George. I love George, Jerry.
Sorry, the clip's cut up. That's going separately. A woman who burned Wyoming's only full-service abortion clinic is ordered to pay $298,000. And after doing some serious budgeting calculations, she found out she could easily pay this off in 18 easy years if she cuts costs by murdering her child.
All right. Rudy Giuliani ordered by jury to pay $148 million in election worker defamation lawsuit in a trial that was over so fast it ended before the ink was dry on Rudy's forehead.
Maine's Secretary of State removes Trump from Republican primary ballot. Could be worse for Trump, though, as usually Maine's policy for things so orange and succulent is to throw them in a pot of boiling water. All right, settle down.
No, that one was great. I read a lot of Stephen King. I have an affinity for Maine.
Ooh, he would love boiling Trump alive.
Yeah.
I know. I'd love to boil him. The coke fiend.
Disney's Steamboat Willie enters the public domain as U.S. copyright expires, allowing audiences to finally watch scenarios like Steamboat Willie navigates Epstein's Island.
You see the thing where they posted Steamboat Willie
That was Bill Clinton.
driving into the World Trade Center?
No, but amazing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Steamboat Willie's been going there since the first time Hillary pissed him off.
Man. So Disney lost him, but they kept Mickey of the SS still, right?
Yes.
So we can't just go freewheeling with Mickey of the SS.
No.
Just Steamboat. Are we allowed to put a swastika armband around Steamboat Willie, or
Yeah, but the armband's got to move when he's doing
Just wait till I put Goofy's head on Goebel's body in a few years. Goofy indeed. Dissecting twins. Come on now. These goofs.
Gorsh.
I love Volkswagen.
all right?
Mickey. My pronouns are she, her, Mickey.
That is Goofy.
All right. Well, Paula Abdul accuses American Idol producer of sexual assault. Randy and Simon have no such complaints, though, but they had a way easier time of telling people that's a no from me. Terrible.
Oh, you guys will like this one. Nikki Haley declines to say the Civil War was fought over slavery, opting instead for the much softer language of, quote, they fought the Civil War to save America, from the Sick Ghouls Podcast.
Vivek would like the Sick Ghouls. Ramaswamy's a big Sick Ghouls.
I
fan.
love Ramaswamy, and I'll tell you what, Nikki Haley can get it. Okay?
I'll agree with you.
I would have intercourse with Nikki Haley.
A
I need to-
bipartisan
yeah.
coalition
Yeah.
agrees.
AOC too.
Even though Ramaswamy's bought by Soros, but still.
Yeah,
Well, it's okay.
I would do Pelosi too, just because Kennedy fucked her.
I need to see that in theater elbow cock before I decide on which one of them gets my vote.
The good thing about fucking Ramaswamy is he has that little bullseye on his head for you to shoot through.
Oh my
I
God.
don't
Save
think
it for
he
the
has
Sick
that.
Ghouls
I don't think he
Podcast.
has a problem with that.
No,
No,
he
Luke
doesn't.
would just fast forward it.
We will not allow you to follow our Lakshmi episode with that nonsense.
All right. Man goes viral for taste testing last meals of notorious death row inmates. He wanted to taste test some of their second to last meals too, but it turns out it's very difficult to acquire a detached hooker leg.
I laughed prematurely. I'm sorry, David.
Hey, it happens to the best of us.
No, you're just a craftsman of jokes. That was really good.
Here we go. Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk say human population not nearly big enough, claiming, quote, if we had 1 trillion humans, we would have at any time 1,000 Mozarts. To which Elon hastily added, and at least 1 or 2 more Hitlers.
True story. All right. Kathy Griffin files for divorce after almost 4 years of marriage. Her future ex-husband explained his decision to leave her by saying she's really only at her most tolerable in between Trump presidencies. I kept that one just for
We
you
love that
guys.
one.
Yeah.
The city of Venice to ban loudspeakers in public, forcing Italian residents to sexually harass women a cappella.
Wait, which story was that?
That was the city of Venice to ban loudspeakers
All right.
in public.
It's
We got
a
a
joke
joke
off
off.
then. All right. Venice will limit tour groups to 25 people and ban loudspeakers to control tourism. Translation, we've already got enough Italians here.
Sick Ghouls, I put it to you.
I think it's Dan.
I think Dan.
There we
Sorry,
go. That
David.
should count as 2, but we'll only count it as 1.
3/5
Okay.
of 2, actually. There
Oh,
you
get
go.
my calculator.
Yeah,
6
6
tenths
tenths,
here,
6
yeah.
tenths.
I ran out of time before I could replace that one.
It's okay. You had a much longer holiday to celebrate than
I was sick.
You
Showed up
guys
to Neil's
are
show.
sick.
That made
You
it to
really-
Neil's show to give everyone COVID, though.
You Hanukkah celebrators are sick as they come. No, because it's sick the way people mistreat you guys throughout history.
I agree.
2,000 years of coincidences.
Back to the news.
Well, I
Speaking
was
of
talking
Jews.
about Jewish people.
Oh, I'm
I didn't
sorry.
deviate
It
from
is
the
me.
news.
My own dithering is inviting my own demise.
That's
Okay.
a nice English word, dithering.
Dithering. Thank
Nice,
you.
yeah.
I didn't
what Bill Clinton
I didn't
did.
go to school for 5 years, so not pick up a couple of words.
No. All right.
Mexico's first lunar mission is ready for launch, leaving Fox News viewers asking, is there anywhere this caravan won't go?
All right. Sub shop owner wins battle to remove homeless camp outside store after, quote, defecation, fornication, and deaths. Although it begs the question of how good he is at making subs, because who would sandwich fornication in between those two things?
Here we go. Former Pennsylvania mayor imprisoned for shooting at Pokemon Go players. And while Team Rocket could never stop Ash and Pikachu, Team AR-15 remains undefeated.
You know, my favorite Pennsylvania mayor with shooting guns at people is that fucking ogre, John Fetterman.
I really thought that would be a soft lob for you. So
You remember when that blank GGER jogger ran past his house? That's who it was, a jogger.
Okay.
But
This is why we're not live.
no, but I'm saying to John, there's not much of a difference, right? I mean, if he's gonna pull a gun on a guy for jogging,
We know how many
'cause
criminals
he's
wear
black.
bright blue and yellow tracksuits while running with headphones.
Oh, you're the murderer. Wait a minute, you're just out for exercise.
This
Well,
sounds
don't
like a
vote for
great.
the Arab. Don't vote for the Arab.
This sounds like a great next episode of the Sick Ghouls film.
Okay,
Dave, here we go.
Yeah, sure. Detroit Pistons end historic 28-game losing streak with victory over Toronto Raptors. The Raptors were shorthanded, though, due to some of the players remembering what usually happens when people from Detroit come into Canada.
All right, here we go.
Every gun death in Canada in the past decade, Detroit people.
Well, what's this? And that's a euphemism for something, Dave.
And you see that the Raptors just traded Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's the actual reason they were shorthanded. I changed it for the purposes of joke telling.
Oh, you guys can control the news.
Here's some Christmas story for you. The airings of Doctor Who Christmas specials are statistically linked to lower death rates, proving once and for all how dangerous it is to let these fucking nerds out in the cold, you know? And we all have some forgettable ones.
Hey, happens.
It was cute.
I like it.
Thank you.
MLB All-Star reportedly arrested among allegations of relationship with minor. People close to him defended him by saying, yes, it's illegal, but you should see them together. He's just so, like, giddy.
I think that's my favorite one, Dave. That's awesome.
Okay.
That's giddy. I'm glad he fucked that girl.
You might like this one. Motley Crue drummer Tommy Lee accused of sexually assaulting a woman in a helicopter, or as it's known in legal circles, the double Kobe. It's the two things he's other than basketball. You know.
Took me a second.
That's a Kobe double-double right there.
All right, last one. Crime-ridden Chicago records first homicide of the year just moments into 2024. The mayor addressed this by saying, well, we can't drop the ball. That's New York's thing.
An insane, I just want to say the insane thing. I had to place my police report today, January 2nd, with the PA State Police. My issue number, they say that it starts at 1 in the new year, was 7,500 and something. Woo! That's how many fucking crimes were committed in a day and a half in Pennsylvania. So. Fuck.
Wow, how many of them in Harrisburg?
Yeah, all right. You guys, okay.
I take them to task, folks.
This last one, I don't even really need to tee you up. I want you guys to kick in when you're supposed to, and you'll know exactly when you need to kick in, okay?
Kick in when I tell you, boy.
Yeah. Matthew Perry's death was ruled accidental from acute effects of ketamine. Or, in other words, so no one told you life was gonna end on K. Thank you.
I missed it, but
it's okay.
I often clap along when I watch.
I'm more of That 70s show.
Oh, okay.
Those are the two shows that women in their 20s put on after sex. If you go hook up with some woman you don't care about, especially if it's a pig, she's going to put on either That 70s Show or Friends after, and she's going to think she's a Monica, and it's like, you're no Monica, baby. Okay, you're a slob.
If you have a problematic age gap, it's New Girl.
Yeah, High School Monica, yeah. No, yeah, oh yeah, Dan, I forgot it. You're actually a Democrat. You're fuck young, but okay. No, see, New Girl is for girls like that have the tism, and they oh, I actually bought a ukulele at Five Below in 2012, so I'm gonna fucking watch. Oh my god, I'm actually gonna watch New Girl. No, it's
Well, that's
All right,
the
what do you
show.
guys got coming up?
We've got some great ghoul guests coming up. We've got Andrew Boss coming on soon. We're gonna have Lutz and O'Shaughnessy on from the Friendly Comedy.
Okay,
Connor
great
Lutz
guys.
and Sean O'Shaughnessy, great guys. We've got a show end of the month. I'm very excited about this. Talking to the mic. You're right. It's almost like I'm not fit for show business. But Lakshmi, Luke, me, we're all on the show end of the month. Gabby Loveland. It's going to be great. Honeybrook, Wayne Brook Inn.
A Fenris show.
Run show.
Great show.
It's going to be January 26th. That's going to be great.
I just did that this past Friday. Opened with a hospital bombing joke, and they loved me.
I'm on Fat Lady Brewing Show the 19th. Me, Rob Stamp, Jim Gillespie, Shane
Great
Harden,
comics.
Matt Peoples.
Oh, Chad Harden, very friend of the show.
Yeah.
Matt
Funny
Peoples
guys.
not on the show yet, but I think
He's
on
great.
the list.
I love Matt Peoples, and I'll text
that
each
high.
other about the Sixers. Just like I'll be like, "Fucking Maxey, man, we're so lucky to have this guy." And they'll be like, "Dude, I know."
And
That's
that's
a
it.
good
I think that's all I have coming up.
Okay, very cool.
But Luke actually goes. I missed the Joe. Luke actually goes by Black Peoples.
I'm Black People.
Oh yeah, I like it.
He said that initially about Gary Sharp.
Gary also a friend of the show.
Oh, I love Gary.
We haven't had Gary yet, but
No,
we'll get him.
get him.
We have a whole February for people.
What do you have?
Why would you have Gary on in February? It's Black History Month. Because he's white like Luke.
Speaking of Black History, this show's almost over.
Yeah.
What do you have going on?
Well, you're gonna end them for good, Dan?
We'll get some stage dates in the next episode, but be sure to go and listen to the other podcast, The Rank Bank. We just recorded a.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we just just posted it yesterday. Best of 2023. So best sports moment, best music, which I only listened to one album, so that was winner by default.
Which one was it?
Queens of the Stone Age and
Good
Times New Roman. Best movies, best TV, and
That was you, Getz, and Kensel, right?
Huh?
You, Getz, and Kensel? on that?
John Koppel.
Okay,
He used
okay.
to be a comic. But
Yeah.
Sweet boy Danny Getz was there.
Yeah,
though,
Danny
Love
gets,
Dan Getz. Love
and,
Dan Getz.
Love him.
and the new category, the Ben Simmons movie,
Okay.
which is the movie that's okay, but since it's not great, it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. well,
Elvis, or was that last year?
I was last year.
Oh,
I think I gave it to Napoleon. Spoiler.
Oh, Napoleon, nice.
Well, that sounds awesome. Definitely listen to the Rank Bank. It's a great podcast. And if
Yes.
you like that episode, go back and watch my episode because it was awesome. We did zombie movies.
And listen to the Sick Ghouls as well.
Yes, and listen to the Sick Ghouls
He was gonna
podcast.
get
Of course.
to it. He was gonna get
What,
to
yeah,
it.
we're getting.
I thought we already got.
That's
to
we
it.
already
Yeah.
got to it.
Why do you need to put some more in?
Thank you
Plug
guys
that
for having
Patreon.
us.
Patreon.com/sickghouls
Podcast.
podcast. What do I have coming up? Nothing. I plan to have nothing through the new year, and I overshot by 1 week, so all my dates start in the middle of the month. Don't look for me anywhere. I'm going to be smoking weed and playing Fallout 4 on PlayStation 5. Neil, what do you have going on? Just go. Drop
We're
tent.
overtime.
Droptent.com. Drop
No,
tent.
you're not overtime. It's fine. Yeah, I'm not on camera. Go to
We've never
droptent.com.
thought on
I'm
this
gonna have these boys on a bunch of stuff. So come out. You'll see all these comics on our shows at Myers Brewing Company. So you can go to droptent.com/Cult of Us and a bunch of other stuff for our podcast, and go over to events page and check out all the shows that are coming up. You can check us out over at this Friday, January 5th at Crown of Creation, and then Myers Brewing Company every second and fourth Friday, and Wissahickon Brewing Company, January 26th, Steve Rinaldi headlining. Come on out. It's a lot of fun. The Italian Stallion is back in the room.
Steve Rinaldi.
Steve's Italian?
I know. Who knew? The biggest thing you can do right now is go over and check out some of the sweet Weekday Comics merch. You can go over there, check out their stuff, of course, and make sure to like and subscribe all over the place for these guys. I appreciate them. They're amazing. They are fun. They do great podcasts like this. So give them a little love and check them out on Instagram too.
Thank you,
Check
Neil.
us
Happy
out.
New Year. We love
Happy
you.
January 6th, everybody.
Oh, boy, yeah. Do you celebrate your holiday of January
Patriot
6th?
Christmas.
Yeah. Happy New Year, everybody. We're looking forward to a great series of shows in the new year and hopefully never seeing the Sick Ghouls again. Good night, everybody.
We'll duck over that.
Well, there we go. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Oh, man, that was a. we fucking landed that like Kerry Strug should have.
How you doing? This is Neil Wood from the Cult of Us podcast, speaking on behalf of Drop 10 Media Network, the network you're currently listening to. Make sure to check out all the other podcasts on the network. You can go to drop10.com to check them all out. Make sure to like, subscribe on everything that you see Drop 10 on. We appreciate it. Go to drop10.com now.
This has been a Drop Tent Media production.